Hello and welcome back to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting foods and interesting cuisines from around the world. Today, I have a little bit of a challenge here. I'm going to try Krustenbraten. This is a crispy pork roast, sometimes made with belly, as I will do today, and sometimes made with leg or other cuts of meat, but always has the skin on, because how else are you going to get it crispy? This is a Bavarian specialty. I look forward to trying to make it, and once after that, perhaps maybe at some point I will do something like the spicy pork hocks, or no, the crispy pork hocks or something. Our ingredients today, we have the roast itself. I'm using belly today. We will use German beer. You can use different kinds of German beer. Some recipes call for malt beer. Some say dark beer, so I have a dark barley beer here today. I'm not going to use this whole thing. I have more beer than I want because, hey, what's beer if you can't drink some of it? We'll also use onion, leek, and carrots for our veggies. We will use quite a bit of salt. Oh, just a little bit of salt in here, but more in there. Some caraway and some butter. Those will be our ingredients. We'll also probably add some sour cream to the sauce right at the end. We'll see. So, let's go ahead and get started here. So, now that my butter is mostly skimmed, I'm going to sear, starting with the sides here. And just maybe like a minute or two on each side. Minute on the bottom. And so forth. And then we'll be ready to get this going. And remember, you don't want to sear the top, the skin here. So we've seared all the other side. We're going to we've taken this off the heat, and now I'm going to score the top here. So the next step is scoring this, and I'm just going to take a very sharp knife, and I'm just going to cut just barely through the skin at diagonals, so that I get a diamond structure. I don't want to get all the way into the meat, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Then I'll come and I'll do the same like that. So now we are going to salt the rind. Be very generous with the salt here. The salt is part of what's going to make it nice and crispy. So use a bit more than you think you would want to use. That's probably plenty. And then we're going to turn it to the side and over, and we're going to season with caraway. So we lay out the roast, put our vegetables on the side, fill up about halfway up the roast on its more common sides with beer, and now this will go into the oven for about 2 hours, but we're going to check on it every half an hour or so and maybe top it off with some more beer or water. So here it is after it's been cooking for about 2 hours. I'm going to take the juice off, and I'm going to put this back in to broil and crisp up. So this is crisped up very nicely. Now I'm going to make the sauce, then I'll be around for the taste test. So into our liquid we're going to add about 2 tablespoons or so of sour cream. Totally eyeball that. So I'm just going to whisk this together. In this case it definitely needs some salt, so I'm going to start off with maybe a bit over a quarter teaspoon. And then I'm going to thicken it with a mixture of cornstarch and water. And this is now what our sauce looks like. It's still a bit on the dark side as far as Germany goes, but I did start with a dark beer, so I think that's expected. And now for the taste test. First, I'm just going to have a little bit of this crispy skin. That's perfect. Not too chewy, nice and crispy, not hard. Quite delicious. Now I'm going to try the meat with the sauce. this is good. The meat's well seasoned. The flavors all come through. It's very slightly on the salty side because of all that salt we added at the beginning, but not too much. It's still quite good. It still seems like it's exactly where it needs to be. It's just delicious all the way through. Now, if you like this content, you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything you'd like to say about this video, I'd love to hear from you. Recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.